Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, is your child safe online? We'll show you how to protect your kids while they're surfing the web. Plus, the city and school division passed their budgets. We'll explain how it affects you. And it's graduation season. We'll bring you the details. That and more are coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Peter Van Heest, and thanks for joining us. After months of number crunching and financial forecasting, the city has adopted a spending plan for the upcoming fiscal year that begins on July the 1st. City Council passed a $1.7 billion budget that contains a 6-cent increase in the real estate tax rate. The new 95-cent rate is still the lowest in Hampton Roads and will provide much-needed revenue for city and schools. The adopted budget funds all but $4.5 million of the school's additional funding requests. The school division was able to balance this shortfall by giving employees a 2% raise instead of the 3% school board had wanted to give, along with a few other cuts. Belt tightening, savings, and some other fee increases were reflected in the approved plan. Detailed information on the budget can be found online at vbgov.com. May 13th through the 19th is celebrated as National Police Week, and the Virginia Beach Fraternal Order of Police recently held its annual Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Service. Law enforcement officers, families, and friends gathered to honor those who have given the ultimate sacrifice serving and protecting the citizens of Virginia Beach.
The greatest honor I have as the mayor of the city of Virginia Beach is to remember our fallen law enforcement officers and to assure you they will never be forgotten.
Aim. Fire.
In 2011, 163 officers died in the line of duty nationwide. 4 of those officers were from Virginia. Thankfully, none were from the resort city.
It is for us to be here dedicated to this great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead, we take increased devotion to that cause for which they here gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain.
Since 1791, more than 19,000 officers have died protecting the citizens of this country. In the 1980s, President Ronald Reagan declared May 25th as National Missing Children's Day. By joining the national effort to make child safety a priority, the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office is urging parents to keep their children safe from online predators. Here's Macy Pridgeon with the details.
Hello, I'm Macy Pridgeon, Public Information Officer for the Virginia Beach Commonwealth Attorney's Office, warning citizens about internet safety for children. Each year, nearly 800,000 children are reported missing to law enforcement. Still more children are targeted by predators on the internet. Here are some tips for protecting your child from internet predators. Parents, you need to understand how the internet works. While spending time with your children online, tell them about internet dangers and encourage them to tell you if they come across anything that makes them uncomfortable. Also, warn them against sharing personal information and tell them the dangers of posting photographs of themselves online. Make sure your computer is in a common area of your home, not your child's bedroom. That way you can monitor their internet use and block inappropriate sites. By having access to your child's online account, you can frequently check his or her email. And most importantly, tell your child to never arrange face-to-face meetings with someone they meet online. If you believe a child is in danger, call the police. Next, contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children by visiting the website on your screen or calling 1-800-THE-LOST. Make sure to leave the computer untouched to preserve any evidence for future law enforcement use.
This message was brought to you by the Office of the Commonwealth's Attorney, keeping citizens informed because forewarned is forearmed.
Each year, Public Utilities conducts a contest to help educate customers about ways to use water wisely, and recently the lucky winners were honored.
I fix the sink when it leaks. That's a good idea.
The mayor, along with proud family members, gathered to recognize the winners of this year's Water Awareness Calendar Contest.
It's real cool to see that your own kid has been hand-selected, so very proud of her.
13 students were picked from more than 1,000 submissions. Their water-saving ideas will be showcased in a 12-month calendar. This young artist had some great suggestions.
Water your lawn, not the sidewalk. Every drop counts. Turn off the water. Don't hog all the water. Fix leaky faucets. And use a broom, not a hose, to clean driveways.
Noah helps his creation will inspire people to not waste water.
Water is something that everybody needs. Like, you can't live without it.
Calendars can be found at your local library and recreation centers, along with the customer service counter of the Department of Public Utilities. Each winner received a $50 savings bond and a certificate presented by the mayor. Now, while you probably won't be able to find any of these water awareness calendars at the upcoming Boardwalk Art Show, you will be able to check out thousands of other colorful creations. The 57th Annual Boardwalk Art Show and Festival is taking over the Virginia Beach Oceanfront from June 14th through the 17th. The popular festival is produced by the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art. It attracts artists from across the country and even from around the world. From 17th to 32nd Street, 24 blocks are transformed into a sea of colors as artists set up their wares. Touted as one of the oldest and best outdoor fine art festivals on the eastern seaboard, the Boardwalk Art Show draws more than 200,000 visitors to the oceanfront each year. Log on to virginiamoca.org for event details. Coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, parents, is technology giving you trouble? Don't worry, we'll introduce you to a class that'll turn you into a computer whiz. And caps and gowns are once again in fashion as the class of 2012 gears up for graduation. We'll have that and more when we return.
Are back.
Hey, what'll it be, kids?
I want to munch on a massive mystery.
No, an ooey gooey chewy comedy. Please.
Can we get an appetizer of short story sticks?
Why not share a large pizza book with everything?
Sounds great.
This summer, kids, teens, and adults can read your favorite flavor of books, play games, win prizes, and more, all at your local public library.
Reading is so delicious.
I'll have what they're having.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Peter Van Heest. The school division received some exciting news.
We are proud to have Virginia's 2013 Superintendent of the Year here, advocating on behalf of our students. Dr. Merrill, thank you for all you do for our children. And again, congratulations.
Dr. James Merrill has been named State Superintendent of the Year by the Virginia Association of School Superintendents. Dr. Merrill was picked from a pool of more than 130 superintendents from around the state. He is now eligible for the National Superintendent of the Year award, and that one will be announced in February. Dr. Merrill has been leading Virginia Beach schools since 2006. It's hard to believe, but graduation season is once again creeping up on us. In fact, some lucky students already took their turn on center stage. Here's Access reporter Jeff Barber with more.
The familiar sounds of pomp and circumstance filled the air as students from the Adult Learning Center earned their general equivalency diplomas.
Tonight they're presenting us with our certificate I'm really excited to be here. Long time coming.
104 graduates marched across the stage at the Virginia Beach Convention Center and received their hard-earned diplomas. And for many students, like this husband and wife team, the Adult Learning Center made getting that coveted diploma painless.
I was afraid to go back, and once I was in there, everything was easy. Everybody's so helpful. They was there. It's a team thing.
They make a hard time easy for you.
That's right.
It took graduate Eldon Stead more than 4 decades to get his diploma, but he's proud to be a positive role model for his 12 grandkids.
I can't be telling them to get their education if I didn't get mine. So I'm 62, and like I said, never too old. Get your education and do whatever you want.
The Adult Learning Center is the largest GED testing center in the Commonwealth, and the class has prepared many students for future careers.
Having your GED and your high school diploma really opened up doors for positions. I had positions in the past, but after I got the GED and started applying my resume, that really helped out. So I tell anybody, if you're out there and you don't have it, you might want to go get it.
The graduating class of 2012 included students from 12 different countries. This is the 27th year they've held the ceremonies. The ALC offers a variety of classes ranging from painting to foreign language studies. Log on to adultlearning.vbschools.com for more info.
Now that the graduates from the Adult Learning Center had their turn on stage, it's time for the rest of the class of 2012 to receive their hard-earned diplomas. All Virginia Beach high schools will take their turn on the stage beginning June 13th through the 16th. As in years past, VBTV will cover each graduation and replay the event on cablecast. Additionally, each graduation will be broadcast live on the internet courtesy of TroopTube. This service provides a link to the ceremony for parents, grandparents, and other friends unable to attend the event. Those wishing to order a DVD copy of the ceremony can do so by going online to vbgov.com/VBTV. VBTV will rebroadcast each ceremony during the end of June, beginning of July. And if you would like to congratulate a member of the class of 2012, VBschools.com is now offering VB Grad Wall. VB Grad Wall offers you a chance to post your best wishes to graduating seniors. The service can be accessed through the school division's website and will be available now through July 30th. Each Beach High School will have its own wall. Simply log on to vbschools.com and click on the Class of 2012 icon. Last February, Access Virginia Beach told you about a former Cox High School student who was planning to award 2 lucky graduates from the class of 2012 with a $100,000 scholarship.
2 scholarships.
During his visit, Kevin Scherer, CEO of Amgen, a worldwide biotechnology Fortune 500 company, spoke with students about opportunity, hope, and encouragement, and also about continuing their education. Well, the big news came recently, and 2 Falcons were awarded a free trip to college. Andrew Dryhoff will be attending the University of Virginia this fall, and Sue Kim will be attending Virginia Tech. Scherer and his family moved from Virginia to California while he was still in high school, yet the school and surrounding community made such an impact on him, he took the opportunity to give back to Cox High School and those 2 deserving students. Coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, the Vote Travel bus rolls into town. We'll explain why they made a special stop at the resort city. Plus, got oysters? These students do. We'll take you aboard a floating classroom for a day full of learning. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Virginia Beach Schools Parent Connection is your one-stop resource for information and events which support families and promote student success. Join Dr. Brenda Reed from Virginia Beach Schools Parent Support and Information Center along with LaEunice Brown from the Chesapeake Schools Parent Resource Center and attend Getting Your ADHD Student Ready for the Next School Year. This informative workshop is being held at Virginia Wesleyan College on Tuesday, June 19th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. and will offer strategies for parents to assist you and your child with scheduling. A helpful website will be shared and additional resources will be provided. The workshop is free, but registration is required by calling 263-2066. Parents plan to attend the Toddler Toolbox on June 23rd from 10 a.m. to noon at the CHKD Health Center at Oak Brook in Chesapeake. You will learn simple strategies to help toddlers work through their tantrums and help them manage their frustrations as they grow and learn new skills. Setting realistic expectations for your toddler's physical, emotional, and cognitive behaviors will also be discussed. Presented by Kohl's Cares Family Forum, this workshop is free, but registration is required by calling 668-2415, or you can register online at www.chkd.com. To learn more about these activities or to see a complete calendar of June events, visit the Parent Connections page of vbschools.com.
Any questions?
What kind of service plan does this come with?
Unlimited.
Can I keep my same phone number? Does it have a camera? What's the warranty? Can I put my party shuffle on this?
Any questions?
No.
For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Peter Van Heest. The U.S. Travelers Association's nationwide bus tour rolled onto the boardwalk to help kick off the 2012 Vote Travel campaign.
Virginia is for lovers!
And to help promote that feeling, the Travel and Tourism bus put the brakes on and stopped for a rally on the boardwalk at 31st Street.
And I'm excited to have the U.S. Travel Association's Vote Travel rally here in our city.
And while the janitors took guests back in time with the Staple Singers Classic, city officials are hoping visitors take it to the beach for this summer season.
The last 2 years have been record years for Virginia Beach in terms of our lodging sales. Visitor count is down just a little bit, but I want to tell you 2012 by far is going to be a record tourism year for our city.
City departments and selected businesses lent a hand in the celebration, joining Uncle Sam and others, kicking up a good time at the beach.
Well, love is in the heart of every Virginia vacation. It's love, pure and simple. And whatever you love in a vacation, you can certainly find it in Virginia.
The Vote Travel bus tour educates officials and citizens about the enormous value of the travel industry. Last year, guests visiting Virginia Beach spent more than $1.1 billion. That generated $95 million in state and city tax revenue. Now, those guests wouldn't keep coming back to the resort city were it not for the thousands of behind-the-scenes employees that keep things running smoothly. From cooks in the kitchen to hotel managers, individuals that work in the travel and tourism field are the backbone of the hospitality industry, and their hard work was recognized.
Well, this is the 23rd year that we've had National Tourism Week luncheon, and the purpose of that is to honor the frontline employees in our tourism industry, which are so important in terms of customer service to our visitors and the locals that come down, to the resort area and throughout the city.
Nationwide, as well as in the resort city, tourism plays a major role in getting the economy back online.
In terms of total economic impact, $1.8 trillion nationwide, 14 million jobs involved with this industry.
These frontline personnel deal directly with visitors to Virginia Beach, and those superstars were thanked during the annual luncheon. More than 500 hospitality employees were present at the award ceremony. Award recipients were recognized with gifts for their service excellence.
Congratulations to Alex Carnes.
In Virginia Beach alone, there are more than 11,500 jobs in the hospitality industry. The best of the best were recently honored as city leaders paid tribute to members of the community who graciously donate their time.
I'm so happy that y'all are here to help us celebrate all the wonderful volunteer resource managers and the volunteers for all the wonderful work that they are doing.
Volunteer resource managers and citizens with 20, 30, and even 40 years of service gathered in council chambers for the ceremony.
Each one of you are priceless, and you worked hard to accomplish great things. Just last year, more than 20,000 city volunteers dedicated more than 1.39 million hours. 1.39 million hours of service valued at more than $19 million.
That's a lot of money saved by the city, equaling the value of 661 full-time employees.
Everywhere I look in this great city, I see living examples of volunteerism and how it enriches lives every day. It's gratifying and inspiring, and I feel privileged to be a part of it.
Beth Whitley, a 26-year veteran of the Parks and Recreation Department, was named Volunteer Resource Manager of the Year.
Beth's positive outcome is contagious, and the VRM strive to meet her standards and expectations.
For the last 4 decades, Bobby Hill has been volunteering with the Emergency Medical Services Division.
40 years sounds like a long time from a volunteer perspective, but it's almost like it was just yesterday because I'm so active, so involved, especially from an EMS perspective.
During 2011, Matthew has volunteered 270 hours.
Matthew Nieves was named the Outstanding Youth Volunteer thanks to his involvement with Police Department's Explorer program.
It's awesome. I work with the Virginia Beach Police Department a lot, and it's cool to be recognized along with the deputy chief and the chief of police and everything.
Volunteers provide countless hours of service to the city and provide millions in cost saving. To find out how you can volunteer, give the Office of Volunteer Resources a call or visit the website listed on your screen. Are any of you parents out there, like me, having difficulty keeping up with all the technology involved with social media and today's way of communicating? Well, some savvy students at the Advanced Technology Center invited the older generation in to brush up on their computer skills. These enthusiastic students appreciated the support offered at the Parent Connection event.
It's a program in which the students have developed a year-long curriculum and have been teaching parents all sorts of computer topics, from word processing to social networking, securing their networks, wireless networks at home.
What's unique about this class is that students implement the lesson plans.
There was a process we started out where we had to identify basically what we wanted to teach them and the main things that were important to us that we thought that they needed most help with. So we started with our families and figured out what our families need help with and how we could best help the community.
And helping these adults keep up with today's ever-changing technology is the focus of the partnership between ATC business students and the community.
The students wanted to give back to the community using their special talents, which is technology. And the enrollment's been great. We've had full classes for the last, since September. And the students, lots of student volunteers, more all the time wanting to get involved.
Working with the older generation reverses the learning table for these young professionals.
We've taught Excel, Facebook and all the social networking, computer repair like viruses and stuff like that. Anything that we think they need help with.
And if you missed out on that final session, put those carrier pigeons away. Classes will be offered again next year. Log on to the website or call the number on your screen to find out more. From lessons in the classroom to lessons on the water, these students in this next story are testing out their sea legs. Welcome aboard the B. Heyman Clark.
So you guys ready to catch some fish? Yeah! All right.
But this is more than just a day on the water. It's a floating classroom for these 7th graders from Corporate Landing Middle School.
What does this fish look like that we all have in our mouth?
Bacteria.
A tongue, right?
Students have been raising oysters during the school year, and today they're releasing them in the Lynn Haven River.
Today they're going to put the oysters on the oyster reef, and that's where they're going to permanently live. We've gotten them from when they were really tiny, about the size of a dime, and now they're gotten big enough they can survive on their own. So we're going to put them out on the reef with all the other oysters.
But before the oysters hit the open waters, these young fishermen will try their luck at crabbing and fishing.
Come on, just don't stand there, pull! We're going to pull a trawl net and catch some fish and let the students learn about the fish.
And it must have been beginner's luck because they got quite the catch.
Yeah, this one here isn't a stingray, but it's what they call a clear nose skate.
If you look, what they call them a clear nose. See right through him?
After learning about the different types of fish, it was time for the students to get their hands dirty with crabbing.
All right, who's going to shake them out?
We've got some crab pots set. We're going to fish our crab pots, learn about crabs, as well as planting the oysters.
1, 2, 3. Yes! All right.
Mission accomplished. Now it's time to release those oysters the students have spent all year raising. Teachers hope this trip instilled a greater appreciation of the environment and maybe even inspired future careers.
I want them to understand that science is real and important and that they can be scientists too. What they're doing is science experiments. It's science investigation, and we need that. We don't have enough homegrown scientists.
I hope they have a greater appreciation for the environment, for the Lynnhaven River, for the bay, and mostly, like I say, sort of taking care of their backyard and our local waterways.
And getting to experience our waterways firsthand definitely made a lasting impression on these students.
You can actually explore the things that you're talking about in class, and it's easier to understand because you actually have like a living picture of it.
It's more fun because you actually get to do hands-on things, and it's just a lot of fun.
Over the last 10 years, the Tidewater area has put about 1.5 million oysters back in the bay. Students added about 2,000 more to that number. This unique learning opportunity was made possible thanks to partnerships with VA Aquarium and Chesapeake Bay Foundation and a grant from the Education Foundation. And with that, we've come to the end of our show, but if you've missed something or would like to see it again, you can view this program online. Just log on to vbgov.com/media, then under the All Categories button, find and click on Access Virginia Beach. For everyone here at VBTV, I'm Peter Van Heest, and thanks for watching.